West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and Sharon Davis is here as the Executive Director of the WASP World War II Museum. And big things are planned for the Memorial Day weekend. And one of them is a parade. And let me tell you about a parade that the very first year that we had this, we had 33 WASP, and we had a Corvette for each of the WASP. We had 33 Corvettes for the WASP to ride in. And there was one that was vacant, but it had the name of the person, and it said the name of the woman, and it said, "Look up, I'm flying over." And so she couldn't get in her car to ride in the parade. But it's just funny stories like that they just keep us laughing from the time they get there till the time they leave. But I want us to get back and say just another word about the parade and also the dance.
Oh, good. The parade starts at 9:30. And we're going to gather at the Old Texas Theater, which has recently been refurbished.
In downtown Sweetwater.
At downtown Sweetwater, right there on the square, where the WASP actually did go to the movies. They attended movies there in that movie theater while they were training at Avenger Field. So we thought that would be exciting for them to see that again. And we're going to make a loop around the square. And then we're going out the 4 miles to the museum. But there is, you mentioned Corvettes. There is going to be a Corvette club in the parade. So we'll have some Corvettes for the WASP to ride in once again. And vintage cars. And children on their bicycles done up in the patriotic red, white, and blue around the square. We do not expect the bicycles to go out to the museum. But, and in addition to that, we have some patriotic motorcycle groups that are going to be there for the parade to lead it out to the museum. So it's going to be a great deal of fun.
One of the things before we talk about the dance again is when they were coming into Sweetwater to start their training, many of them came by bus or train.
They did.
And they came to the downtown area, and of course it was usually a sandstorm or the wind was blowing. And so here they got off with their little white gloves and their little dresses and stood and waited for a cattle truck to come and carry them out to the training base, and then they stayed in these god-awful dormitories where they had one bathroom at the end and a two-story thing.
Army barracks.
Yeah, Army barracks is what it was.
Yes, they slept in bays of 6. And so suite of 12 girls shared one bathroom. That would be unbelievable to modern society.
That's true. But all right, let's get back to the dance. So we've got this wonderful dance with a big band that will play all the good Glenn Miller records and things, music and things like that. But about probably a fifth of the people that attend come dressed in vintage clothing. Some of the military people wear their uniforms, and some of the WASP have worn their uniforms. Oh
yes, they'll have on their uniforms that night. If those that have their uniforms or have even pieces of their uniforms that are still intact, they'll have them on.
But that's optional. You do not
is optional, but it makes it fun. And even if you yourself are not dressed in the 40s era style, it's fun to see those people that are. And so there will be swing dancers, we hope, and believe there will be. And then those of us who aren't such swing dancers, but just that will enjoy watching or participating at any level. And it's really going to be a fun event, and the dance is fun because it just adds to it.
But it's held right there in the hangar.
It is in the hangar.
And so you see all of the history around you. You're dancing under the airplanes, and you're dancing under the pictures of all of the walls.
You're right there in the hangar. We have a wonderful venue for social occasions, such as that one that will take place there on May 29th. And I do want to mention that we will have a flag memorial service at sunset. and the Dias Honor Guard, Color Guard, will be there to perform that memorial service at the flags. Also, Representative Susan King will be there to lay the wreath at the flags. And she's also going to be our auctioneer at our auction.
Aww.
And we're going to have some wonderful things at the auction that we're really excited about. And a couple or three of those items are going to be absolutely irreplaceable items that the WASP have signed. And so to have an item that is signed by several of those World War II heroes is really something special. Might be worth a trip to Sweetwater.
Just for the auction.
Just for the auctions that Saturday night.
Well, let's go over registering for this and the prices.
Yes, as you said, it's very inexpensive. Actually,
You're paying for your food essentially.
Essentially, you are. It's a great deal of entertainment and an opportunity to honor the veterans of our American veterans, all of our American veterans, really. But we, of course, concentrate on the WASP. We welcome table sponsors. We have gold medal table sponsorships for $500. You get some extras with that, of course. And we have table sponsorships for $250. But individual tickets are only $30 for non-members. But if you're a member of the museum, your dinner and dance ticket is only $25.
And we're talking about dinner, dancing, and all of this other stuff.
All
the speaker and everything.
The speaker, an opportunity to meet a WASP, have your picture taken with the WASP. They're so gracious. They love for people to know their story. So they're so very gracious, and it's just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many people.
And the way to do that is to there's a number scrolling across the screen. You can either phone or you can go on the website and register for that. And you need to register before you get there just so they'll have enough food. And the membership, you said its membership is $25 and $30 if you're not a member.
Right.
But a year's membership is only $25.
That's right.
And with it comes this wonderful newsletter that keeps you posted on all of the events and what's going on. And also, lots of homeschooling kids go out there, and classrooms go out there. And we're going to talk more about the educational component next week. Good. But I mainly wanted to say that it's very important this week. Now, this is the only time you can register because it's next weekend, and we've got things going on from 10 o'clock until midnight probably that day.
Yes.
And so for $25, you're going to have a really, really good time. And it's something the whole family needs to be involved in. Now, is there a child's cost, or is it 20?
We don't have it broken down into a child's plate.
Okay. All right.
So if parents want to bring their children, they're welcome at the non-member price.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
of $30.
Great. All right, great. And then, and usually, this is, again, something that you meet a lot of people from all over, especially all over Texas, but also all over the United States.
Oh, yes.
We have a lot of people that fly in. The
sure
interesting thing to me is a lot of the WASP that are now dead and gone are incapacitated. Their relatives come. And they are the ones that support this museum as much as anybody else. It's the relatives that are so proud of the history that their mother or aunt or grandmother was involved in.
Certainly, certainly. Many of the WASP now are accompanied by their children. And that's always interesting because those children know the WASP story too.
Yeah, and are proud of it. We're going to have to close this program today, but we're going to be back next Sunday with another program, and in that program we're going to really talk about the history of the WASP and what this museum is doing to preserve it. But in the meantime, take that information that rolls across your screen and call them about tickets for this event on Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you next Sunday with another program.